Stop buying pepper plants every spring. You're wasting money, time, and energy on varieties that just don't want to survive in your garden. Most bell peppers are finicky, needy, and drop dead at the first sign of trouble. You buy 5 new plants every year, $3 to $5 each, and by the time fall rolls around, you're lucky if you get a handful of peppers before frost wipes them out. 5 plants, 5 years, that's $75 to $125 gone, and you're back at the garden center next spring starting all over again. Let me tell you a secret.
Look right here.
4 years ago, I bought a single jalapeno plant for $3.
Grow your own wealth.
That's it. Just one. When fall came, instead of letting it die, I brought it inside, cut it back, and let it rest by a sunny window. The next spring, I put it back outside. That same plant has given me over 200 peppers every summer since. I haven't bought another pepper plant in 4 years.
Oh, these prices are
My
ridiculous.
neighbor, meanwhile,
Patience,
spends
dear. The garden
$20
provides.
every
They're
spring
glowing.
on
Embrace
new
the
plants
absurd.
that
It's all
die by
connected.
November.
Wow, the dancing. This
He's
is
stuck
amazing.
in the annual cycle. I broke free. Here's the difference. Heirloom peppers aren't like the hybrid bell peppers you find at big box stores. These forever peppers have been bred for 100 years to be bulletproof. They resist pests, thrive in heat, and need almost no water. They survived before modern irrigation, before pesticides, before we started babying our gardens. Today, I'm sharing 7 forever pepper varieties that practically grow themselves. Variety number 5 survives on rain alone. No watering, no fuss. And I'll show you the overwintering trick that gives you infinite harvests from a single plant. If you want maximum results for minimum labor, hit subscribe right now. Let's talk about why this matters, especially if you're over 45 and want a garden that works for you, not the other way around. Most hybrid bell peppers are bred for commercial farms with perfect irrigation and constant chemical sprays. They're needy, pest-prone, and die at the first frost. You can't overwinter them. You can't save seeds. You're forced to buy new plants every year. Heirloom peppers are different. They were bred by farmers for resilience, not for looks on a grocery store shelf. They handle heat, drought, and pests. They can be overwintered indoors and live for years. Some even self-seed, giving you free new plants every spring, or perfect for the lazy gardener who wants more food with less work. Let's do the math. The average gardener buys 5 pepper plants a year at $3 to $5 each. That's $15 to $25 a year, every year. Over 10 years, that's $150 to $250 just on peppers. With heirlooms, you buy once, keep forever, and let nature do the rest. What makes these varieties different? They thrive in heat. 90 to 100 degrees is no problem. They're drought tolerant, needing water once a week or less. They resist pests naturally. You can overwinter them indoors and get bigger harvests every year. And if you let a few peppers drop, they'll self-seed, giving you free plants for life. Here are the 7 forever pepper varieties that changed my garden and my grocery bill forever. Your variety number 1, Jalapeño, the gateway forever pepper. If you want an easy start, Jalapeño is the one. Mild to medium heat, 2 to 3 feet tall, and nearly bulletproof. Plant it after the last frost in full sun. Water deeply once a week. Pick peppers green or let them ripen red for a sweeter flavor. You'll get 25 to 30 peppers per plant per season, and if you overwinter, that number doubles in year 2 and beyond. Why is it bulletproof? Jalapeños thrive in 85 to 95 degree heat. Once established, they handle drought. Their thick leaves resist aphids. They keep producing until frost. My 4-year-old jalapeno comes inside every November. I cut it back to 6 inches, water it once a month, and put it by a window. In spring, it explodes with new growth. Annual cost, $0. If I'd bought a new plant every year, I'd have spent $12 by now. Instead, I spent $3. Variety number 2, Serrano, the prolific producer? If Jalapeño is easy, Serrano is unstoppable. Medium heat, 10 to 23,000 Scoville units, and 50 to 100 peppers per plant. Small, crisp, and perfect for salsa. Serranos are even more drought-tolerant than jalapeños. They self-seed aggressively. Let a few peppers ripen fully and drop to the ground. Next spring, you'll find free seedlings around the base. Transplant them, or let them grow where they are. One $3 plant can give you infinite free plants for years. Variety number 3, Thai hot, the heat lover's dream. If you want a pepper that loves heat, this is it. Thai hot peppers thrive in 95-degree weather. The hotter, the better. Tiny, ornamental-looking plants produce 100 or more small, fiery peppers. Water twice a month in summer. Yes, you heard that right. They're bred for tropical heat and drought. Pests avoid them because they're too spicy. Overwinter them indoors, and you'll have a year-round supply of chili flakes. One plant gives you enough to last all year. Variety number 4, Shishito, the snacking pepper. You've seen these in trendy restaurants, pan-fried with salt. Shishitos are mild, 99% are sweet, 1% are a surprise with a little heat, 60 to 80 peppers per plant, and they keep producing as long as you keep picking. They're extremely low maintenance. Water once a week, pick often, and overwinter indoors. Japanese breeding made them resilient and productive. At the store, Shishitos cost $10 a pound. One plant gives you 5 pounds or more. A $50 value from a $3 plant. Variety number 5, Cayenne, the zero-maintenance champion. This is the variety that survives on rain alone. Medium hot, 30 to 50,000 Scoville units. Long thin peppers perfect for drying and making powder. Plant it and mostly forget it. Water only if there's no rain for 2 weeks. Cayenne has deep roots and evolved in dry climates. Pests leave it alone. It self-seeds everywhere. I have cayenne in the driest corner of my garden. I only water it during droughts. It still produces 50 or more peppers every year. The most low-maintenance pepper I grow. Variety number 6, Poblano, the mild giant. For those who want peppers without heat, Poblano is your forever plant. Very mild, 1 to 2,000 Scoville units, and large. 4 to 6 inch fruits, perfect for stuffing and roasting. Poblanos need a bit more water, twice a week, but are still more drought tolerant than hybrids. Overwinter with pruning, and you'll get 20 to 30 large peppers per plant, worth $30 to $60 at store prices. Variety number 7, fish pepper, the heirloom treasure. This is the most beautiful pepper you'll ever grow. Variegated leaves in green, white, and purple. Striped fruit in cream, orange, and red. Medium heat, 5 to 30,000 Scoville units. The fish pepper is an African-American heirloom from the 1800s, bred for resilience and beauty. It's edible and ornamental. Overwinters easily. Save seeds from one plant, and you'll have infinite free plants forever. Share with neighbors. This variety is rare and a true piece of gardening history. Now, let's talk about the overwintering technique that turns annual peppers into perennials. Peppers are actually perennials in their native tropical climate. We treat them as annuals because frost kills them. But if you protect them from frost, they'll live for years. Older plants produce 2 to 3 times more peppers. Year 2 and beyond, you'll get earlier and bigger harvests. Here's how to do it. In September, stop fertilizing and reduce watering to toughen the plant. Before the first frost, prune the plant back to 6 to 8 inches. Remove all leaves. It will look dead, don't worry. Dig it up if it's in the ground, or bring the container inside. Place it in the coolest room with a window. Water once a month, just enough to keep the soil barely moist. The plant will look dormant all winter. That's normal. In spring, and after the last frost, increase watering gradually and move the plant to a brighter spot. In 2 to 3 weeks, new growth will emerge. Transplant outside when it's warm. Fertilize lightly. Year 2. Your plant will be bigger, bushier, and produce double or triple the peppers. The root system is established. You'll get fruit 4 to 6 weeks earlier than new plants. Common mistakes: bringing the plant inside too late, frost damage, overwatering in winter, root rot, and not pruning back, too much stress on the plant. Follow the steps and you'll have the same plant for years. Let's talk about watering. These peppers want to be neglected. Overwatering leads to disease and fewer peppers. Deep watering once a week is all they need when established. During seedling stage, water daily to keep soil moist. Weeks 3 to 6, and water every 2 to 3 days, letting the soil surface dry between waterings. Once flowering and fruiting, water deeply once a week, soaking to 6 inches. In a heat wave, twice a week at most, always in the morning. Mulch to retain moisture. If leaves wilt in the afternoon but recover overnight, that's normal. If they're wilted in the morning, water. Let the plants tell you when they're thirsty. Compared to tomatoes, which need water 2 to 3 times a week, peppers need much less. That's 2 hours a month saved on watering alone. Now, the self-seeding secret. Heirloom peppers come true from seed. If you let a few peppers ripen fully and drop, they'll self-seed. Next spring, you'll find volunteer seedlings around the base. Transplant them or let them grow where they are. Serrano, Cayenne, and Thai Hot are the best self-seeders. Or, all save seeds from a ripe pepper, dry them for a week, and store in an envelope. Plant next spring for infinite free plants. Hybrid seeds cost $4 to $6 a packet every year. Heirlooms. Save once, free forever. Let's recap these 7 forever peppers and the techniques that make them truly infinite. Number 1. Jalapeño. Beginner friendly. 25 to 30 peppers per plant. Easy to overwinter. My 4-year-old plant is still producing. Number 2. Serrano. Ultra prolific. 50 to 100 peppers, self-seeds aggressively, even more drought tolerant. Number 3. Thai Hot. Loves extreme heat. Minimal water. Twice a month. 100 plus tiny peppers. Perfect for drying. Number 4. Shishito. Trendy restaurant pepper. $50 value per plant. Mild and snackable. Overwinters easily. Number 5. Cayenne. Zero maintenance champion. Survives on rain alone. Deep roots. Self-seeds everywhere. Number 6. Poblano. Mild giant for stuffing. 20 to 30 large peppers. $30 to $60 value per season. Number 7. Fish pepper. Heirloom treasure. Ornamental and edible. 200-year-old genetics. Bulletproof. Overwintering. Prune to 6 inches. Bring inside. Minimal water. Same plant produces for years. Watering. Once per week when established. Less is more. Let them tell you when they're thirsty. Self-seeding. Let peppers over-ripen and drop. Free plants every spring. Save seeds for infinite supply. Cost comparison. Traditional method. $15 to $20 a year forever. Forever peppers. $3 one time per variety. 10-year savings. $150 to $200. Benefits. Less work. Better adapted. Infinite harvests from one plant. True flavor. Food security.
Okay, approved. Have a nice
Picture
day.
this. It's August. Peak pepper season. Your neighbor is at the garden center again, buying more pepper plants because hers died from aphids or the heat wave. She's spending another $20. She does this every year. She's frustrated. You walk out to your garden. Your jalapeno plant is 4 years old now. Same plant you bought for $3 4 years ago. It's massive. 2 feet tall, bushy, loaded with peppers. You count quickly. 40 green jalapenos hanging. Another 20 ripening to red. You've already picked 60 this season, 100 peppers from one plant that cost $3 4 years ago. Next to it is your Cayenne. You haven't watered it in 3 weeks. It's been hot, over 90 degrees every day, no rain. Most plants are stressed. Your Cayenne doesn't care. It's producing 50 long red peppers. You'll dry them and have homemade cayenne powder for a year. Store-bought cayenne costs $8 for a tiny bottle. Your plant gives you a year's supply for free. Your Serrano self-seeded.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't plant it. A pepper dropped last fall. This spring, 3 volunteer seedlings came up. You transplanted 2, gave 1 to your neighbor. Now you have 3 Serrano plants. You bought 1 originally. Nature gave you 2 more for free. You pick a basket of peppers, jalapeños for salsa, serranos for hot sauce, cayenne for drying, Thai hot peppers for chili flakes, shishitos for pan frying tonight, poblanos for stuffing this weekend. Your basket is overflowing. You grew all of this with 1 watering per week and 0 pesticides. Your neighbor comes over. She sees your basket. How do you do it, she asks. My pepper plants always die. I've bought 6 plants this summer alone, trying to replace the ones that failed. I've spent $60, and I've gotten maybe 10 peppers total. You explain heirloom varieties, bred for 100 years to be bulletproof. No chemicals needed. They want heat. They handle drought. They resist pests. You tell her about overwintering, how your jalapeno is 4 years old. Same plant. You bring it inside every November, prune it back. Minimal water all winter. Spring comes and it explodes with new growth. She's amazed. The same plant. For 4 years? You nod, and it produces more each year. Older plants have bigger root systems, more branches, more peppers. Year 1, I got 20 jalapeños. Year 4, I'm getting 100 from the same $3 plant. But what about frost, she asks. Don't they die? Only if you leave them outside. Peppers are tropical. They're actually perennials. We just treat them like annuals because we let frost kill them. Bring them inside and they live forever. Can you show me which ones to buy? She asks. I'm tired of wasting money on plants that die. I want what you have, and you do show her. You write down the 7 varieties. You explain that these aren't at big box stores usually. She'll need a local nursery or online seed company. But once she gets them, she's done buying pepper plants. These are forever plants. $3 each one time, then free forever through overwintering and self-seeding. 2 years later, she has the same plants. She brings her jalapeno inside every winter, just like you taught her. She watches her cayenne self-seed and gives away free volunteer plants to other neighbors. And she hasn't bought a pepper plant in 2 years. She calculated she saved $45 so far compared to her old habit. And her garden is more productive with less work than it's ever been. That's the forever pepper revolution. That's refusing to buy new plants every year when you can keep the same ones forever. That's working with bulletproof varieties instead of fighting with finicky hybrids. That's maximum harvest for minimum work. That's smart lazy gardening. If this just saved you from buying pepper plants every year and showed you how to get infinite harvests from bulletproof varieties, hit that like button. That thumbs up helps YouTube reach more gardeners who want low maintenance, high production gardens. I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 varieties are you most excited to try? Jalapeño, Serrano, that zero maintenance cayenne? Have you ever tried overwintering peppers? What happened? Or are you going to try it this fall? What's your biggest gardening challenge right now? Too much heat? Drought? Pests? Tell me in the comments. Every comment helps this reach more people. I'll give you specific advice for your climate. If you're tired of babying finicky plants, if you want varieties that thrive on neglect, if you believe in planting once and harvesting forever, subscribe right now. This channel is kitchen gold to garden gold. Low maintenance, high production, smart lazy gardening. that actually works.
This map
Next
clearly
week,
shows the most
the tomato
efficient way to
varieties that
maximize our
produce
yield
in
this
100-degree
sector.
heat when others stop setting fruit. Heat-proof tomatoes for climate change gardening. Subscribe. Free download, Pepper Overwintering Calendar with month-by-month instructions for your specific USDA zone. Description below. Thank you for 10 minutes. Thank you for wanting easier gardening that produces more with less work. Remember, 7 forever peppers. Overwinter by pruning and bringing inside. Water once per week. Let them self-seed. One $3 plant lasts for years. That's infinite harvests. That's food security. That's victory over annual plant buying. Happy gardening the smart, lazy, forever way.